What is going on with all this censorship? This and more today. But before we get to that, if you like what I do here, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, and leave me a comment and let me know what else I can improve. Alright, I'll be right back. What is up, people? My name is John Crump. I'm the Virginia Director for Gun Owners of America, and I'm an investigative journalist concentrating on 2A issues. First, I know my frame rate is kind of screwed up. Working on that. Not sure what's going on with my camera, but hopefully I can get it fixed soon. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on in the world of big tech and censorship. Donald Trump and a bunch of other conservatives got kicked off every social media platform in a highly suspicious attack that looks like it might have been coordinated by all the big techs in Silicon Valley. Not only have they done that, but they decided to go ahead and shut down Parler. For years, we have been told if we do not like the rules of big tech in Silicon Valley, we can go do our own things. So conservatives did. They went and started Parler and some other websites. It seemed like big tech didn't like that too much. Maybe because they lost over $50 billion in market share when they started banning conservatives. So what did they do? They went and talked to Amazon and got Parler kicked off of Amazon. But it's not only conservative media that's being attacked, it's also gun media. AR15.com got deplatformed by GoDaddy. They got removed from GoDaddy. A funny thing is, they say that it is because of the riots in the Capitol. Thing is, none of those people actually had Parler accounts, but most of them had Twitter accounts, and also left wing activists got arrested at the Capitol too, or because of the Capitol, which is kind of ridiculous because I don't think they're using Parler. What we are seeing here is a coordinated effort by big tech to silence people with different voices than what they have. They are trying to shut down the public square. And it's not only big tech trying to shut down the public square. Guns.com was a victim of a malicious and sophisticated hack. Without going too much into it, what happened was the attacker exploited a third party application to access Guns.com servers. They did not get any of the customer information, but they were able to delete a bunch of stuff off the servers and basically just wreak havoc. This happened Monday night, and Guns.com came back up Wednesday night. So it was a couple days where they lost business. It was an attack to shut down their legally allowed commerce. We have to keep in mind that there are people out there that are radical leftists that want to shut down not only free speech but gun rights as well. I say radical leftists because not many of the radical rightists want to take away guns. So it's the radical leftist that wants to take away guns and to silence speech. We saw Parler get removed from the App Store and Google Play. Then we saw Amazon Web Services remove them from their cloud based services. We have seen this in the past with Gab when Gab got removed from the App Store and Google Play, but that didn't cause too much of a stir because not too many famous people used Gab. Back then, I rallied the troops to try to say, hey, we got to look at this. This is bad. But a lot of people didn't use Gab, so people didn't care. What I'm asking you to do today is stand by Parler, stand by AR-15, stand by Gab, stand by these sites. Because even if you don't use these sites are just the beginning. They are going to come after all your sites, whether it's MeWe, whether it's Minds, whether it's Mastodon, which is a left-leaning site. If you're not towing the line, they are going to come after you. This is very dangerous. I'm one for saying, hey, a company can do whatever the hell they want to do. But these social media giants, they have a monopoly. When you have a monopoly, you have to play by certain rules. There are monopolies that are in the utility world, and they have to play by certain rules. Imagine if you had a company like Dominion Power in Virginia, and they decide you can't have power. That would be terrible. Imagine if the telephone company tells you you can't have a telephone. That also would be terrible. But they can't do that because they're utilities and they're regulated as utilities because they are monopolies. And basically, if you look at the definition of a utility with the government, these social media platforms definitely fall into that, and plus, they have a monopoly. We have to stop the online censorship. Whether you agree with the people they are censoring or not, they have the right to say what they want to say. I know there's a couple gun activists out there that are actively cheering the deplatforming of Donald Trump. And I think that's stupid. And I think these people are just dickheads. And you know who you are. I know you watch my videos. And yes, you are a dickhead and you are a charlatan. But with that said, we have to stand up for free speech. They will come after the credit card companies next. They will go after Visa and MasterCard and get them to stop accepting payments for guns. We've already seen it where PayPal has stopped accepting payments for gun training. So it's the next step that MasterCard and Visa will crack down on guns. Remember, under the Obama administration, there was Operation Chokepoint, which tried to shut off banking for the gun industry. They weren't able to shut it off completely, but they got pretty damn close. And we're going to see that happen more and more now, and it's going to even be more egregious. We're going to see them going after Visa and MasterCard and the Discover and the American Express, and they're going to try to shut those things down. That's why things like Tusk, TUSC, you can go to tusk.network to find all about them, are more important than ever. Tusk is a cryptocurrency that is specifically made for the gun industry, and eventually we're only going to have that as an option to do online gun purchases and purchases for online gun parts. It is coming, guys, and we have to be prepared. With that said, if you like what I do here, like, comment, and subscribe. I have a Patreon, patreon.com/John Crump. All right, that is it for me. Remember, stay ever vigilant, stay ever free, and keep in the fight, and I'm out.